what is the secret to running a stress-free department or business? If you're a manager or entrepreneur, you'll agree with me, running a business or a department, it's not an easy task. I remember when I was starting corporate staffing services, when the business was young, I would always look to these big multinational established businesses, and I admired the way they would run their operations. So these are big companies which have, some of them have over 500 employees, others we are talking of thousands of employees, and yet you find that they are running their operations very smoothly. So for you to run a stress-free business, there are only two things that you need. Number one, SOPs, standard operating procedures. That's key. Number two, you need policies and procedures. So we'll look at each and then I'll take you through the benefits that they bring on board. So when you're talking about standard operating procedures, it's as simple as detailing how someone does a task. How do you move from step 1 up to step Z? So an example is, think of a restaurant. So if you go there in a restaurant, they'll give you a menu. If you want rice and beef stew, there's a way they prepare it from start to the end. So if it's the chef, he knows the ingredients, he knows the sizes, he knows the portions. And that is why, if I can share this example, if you go to Java Service Center and you go to the same Java in Mombasa, let's say Nyari Mall, and you order the same meal, chances are that meal will be the same. Why? It's because that restaurant, Java, they have standardized their process. What about you, an SME, if you're running an SME? Because I think this is where you find there are a lot of challenges. It is very important for you to standardize your operations. So if you should have an SOP for finance, you should have an SOP for administration, you should even have an SOP for customer service. So that whenever someone new joins, or even your current staff, they can always be able to refer to that document, the SOP document, and it will act as a guide. Now on to the policies and the procedures. The work of the policies and the procedure is to influence the employee behavior. So a case in point is a HR policy or a HR manual. So what is the work of this very important document? So what it does, it sets out the relationship, the rules of engagement between you and the staff. So whether you want to address things such as the working hours, leave days, benefits, allowances, disciplinary process, all that will be contained in the policies and the procedure. So what you're doing with the policies and the procedure, you're telling someone, hey, when you join our organization, this is how we treat our members of staff. So when you have SOPs, the policies and procedures, you will find that there's efficiency and accuracy when the staff are carrying out their responsibilities. Remember the example I gave about the chef, at Java, and the fact that if you go to a service center and you go to the Anyari branch in Mombasa, you get the same meal, to be tasting the same, is because of those SOPs and the policies and the procedures. The SOPs also act as a guide to employees and managers. So if someone if someone is not following those policies and the procedures, then you can have an easy conversation with them. You can be able to call someone up and tell them, oh, guess what? We have this written. This is how we handle our customers. This is how we process our payment. But if you don't have a written document, if you don't have any policy or procedures, you can imagine everyone will be coming and they'll be doing their own things. And every day you'll be trying to put out fires. So implement SOPs, the policies and the procedures, so that you can be able to guide your members of staff and even the management. And especially, I've seen this work very well, especially when you're bringing someone new on board. Here at corporate staffing, you'd find that when someone leaves, and we don't have an SOP in that department, they'll go with that wealth of knowledge. So nowadays, what we've done is, for key departments, we've been able to develop SOPs, and there are also very good policies and procedures there, such that even if someone is to leave today and we need to hire someone, they'll just pick up from where this person left. So here we see the policies and procedures acting as a guide to the employees and the manager. And lastly, the advantage that SOPs and the policies bring on board is that you are able to standardize your processes across board. So Perminus doesn't do their own thing, FedEx doesn't do their own thing, Royce doesn't do their own things. You have a certain standards. So there you have it. Running a stress-free department or business need not be rocket science. If you're able to implement the SOP, the policies and the procedure, then you find that the going is much better. It is smooth. And if you want to find out more information on how you can go about it, and you're looking forward to running a stress-free department or business, and you'd want our input in helping your business come up with SOPs and policies and procedure, I'm looking forward to engaging with you. There's information below here in the link where you can be able to find out more information on how we help businesses such as yours, and we'll be able to arrange a meeting, get to understand where you're coming from, and be able to help you to run a stress-free department or business. And if this video also spoke to you, please subscribe so that you can be watching more of our videos that will make you an effective manager or leader.